Hello, fellow rogues and alchemists. This is FTB Alchemist here, and welcome to another episode of Stoneblock 3. Last time, we got our applied energistic system set up. And now we're ready for some true advancement. A few changes to the base have taken place. I've extended our boiler. So now it's at level 4, producing 65 SU. 65,000 SU. Which is a very respectable amount. And I also did some improvements here to our ME system. I put a little battery in here. That way all this power that's being generated doesn't 100% go to waste. If the system ever does go down, or if I had to update this and take it offline for a moment, I'll still be able to get all of our stuff in the system. Now, I'm going to do some enhancements here. So let's talk about these guys. These are great. Lets us turn items into energy. We can store items on disks, but they come with some restrictions. They can only carry up to 63 different types of items, and then about 1,042 of each, or I think that's how that works. Anyway, they have restrictions. I was thinking there is something in Create called a vault, and if we ponder this, a vault is something that can hold a large amount of items. Now, you can't take things in and out of it. You can't click on it like a chest. Instead, you have to have some apparatus, either a hopper or conveyor belts or something like that, to take things in and out. And they're meant to be used with automation in different machines. I was thinking, though, might be able to repurpose this for something else. You can make them pretty large. So they can be multiples of 3s. And the largest one, 3x3x5, now, they call it a vault, but I'm going to call it a server. What you can do with applied energistics is, yes, you can store items electronically as disks, like I'm doing here, or you can create what's known as a serial bus, or a item bus. And if you have an inventory connected by one of these glass cables via bus to, like, say, a chest, then this will be able to see all the items in that chest. And so what I've done back here, if I can get back here, I've created a full-size item vault, relocated all of our stuff from these chests, put it in here, and it's being looked at by this storage bus, and it can sense the inventory of this entire multi-block structure. It goes in there 5 blocks deep. So I've been able to empty out everything. The only stuff that remains is a couple items in here that I wouldn't want to put inside the ME system. They're usually things that have, you know, durability bars or contain inventory themselves, or power bars, you know, stuff like that, because that would really clog up the system. Books, things we want to use a lot. So we have our entire inventory at our fingertips now, which means we can really get rolling. Now what I want to do today is set up automation of ores, of metals, and I think I'm going to put it over here. Now this is going to be just a functional system. I'm not going to worry about being too pretty as of yet, just want to work, because once we get it up and running somewhat, I'm going to use those resources to create a machine that will create a dig out a huge area for us, maybe over here, and we can really locate and make a proper base, a proper pretty base with a proper full-fledged factory. This is going to be functional. It's going to lead to something huge and pretty later. We'll need some crushing wheels, so we can go ahead and flip this. There we go. I was looking through this, and the only way to get dust is with hammers. It's also a good way to get gravel and sand. And I saw you can make automatic versions of these. I'm going to take advantage of our new machine here and see if we can quick craft these suckers. Getting powder is a 4-step process. You have to go cobble to gravel, gravel to dirt, dirt to sand, sand to powder. We'll have to find a way of filtering out results, because sometimes we'll want sand, sometimes we'll want gravel. But that's a problem for future me. I can figure that out. So let's put all these in the system. presumably we could stack them like that, right? And I don't know. Let's. Do we have a hopper? One thing I've kind of missed out on, I'm just not realizing, they don't use power. That's interesting question. So if we just go blinkerder and 60. Okay. It does work that way. And then now we have dust. That's that's kind of pretty in its way. The way I see it, I have two options. I can either try to do this a smart way and figure out a method of separating out each result, so that way if I need sand, dirt, or gravel, or dust, I can just get it from these four. Or I can do it the easy way and just make several lines, each with their own output, and don't even worry about separating them out. I think we can start with that. We'll worry about being smart later. Let's just get her started for now. Something that works. I'll throw my brain at it and see if I can come up with a design for the smart way. If I can't, I'll just do it the easy, well, the easy but more resource-intensive way. By building this, even if it's not the most efficient, it'll still give me an idea of what I can do to make the next machine all the more efficient, because I kind of want to stick to rotational energy for our power generation. And I know there's much more powerful things that, as far as electricity in the pack. But I want to see if I can make a system smart enough to only allocate energy where it's needed. Maybe we can get away with using steampunk technology to power alien tech in our base. That's kind of my goal. I want to see if we can just make it smart enough to turn bits and pieces of itself on to conserve power and be able to work, because that just feels fun to me. Sounds like fun to me. No judging. Okay, do you know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. This is so great. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Boom. Okay, please tell me that works. Okay, it's pounding the compressed. Okay, I just want to see it get to the end. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, that's going to solve our redstone. The little mini machine right there. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, I guess we'll let that run for a little bit so we can get our redstone so we can make the big boy version. I'm glad I made this. Not only is it nice to be getting some redstone, but I learned something important. You put compressed cobblestone in and it gets crushed. It comes out in uncompressed form of gravel. So if we want to stay compressed all the way through, we're going to have to find a way to compress it between transitions. Otherwise, this is going to do one at a time and be really slow. Remember, I want to keep this machine as energy efficient as possible because we don't have a lot. The conversion between rotational energy and electricity isn't the best. It's not the most efficient. But since this is what we're going to restrict ourselves to, I need to be as energy efficient as possible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use Britannia Crafty Crate. Oh, Dreamwood. Oof. That's okay. I love it. I wanted a reason to go into Britannia. That's fine. Actually, I'm excited. This is cool. We're going to combine multiple disciplines here. Our machine's going to be a combination of steampunk technology, alien technology, and magic. Actually, I'm great with this. I am so great with this. So crafty crates are a little bit out of range right now because Dreamwood is a little bit far away. So instead I got to find a different way that we can compact blocks without having to use electricity, since it's at such a premium. I took a look at the storage section within my book, and I came across storage drawers. Something storage drawers has is a compacting drawer. If you were to throw a bunch of nuggets in there, it would compact those into ingots and ingots into blocks. So I can use that for our double compacting of cobble. It uses pistons and chests and wood and such to make, so it's not too bad. We can make several of these to work as kind of a stopgap between hammering machines. That way we can keep everything nice and compressed as it travels through the system. We'll make, and now we can put these in here and compacting drawer, and blah. Okay, that's fine. Well, we have 3. This is how we make machines. We just gotta figure out one piece at a time. This is gonna be the compacting component. Now, once we have Botania crafty crates, this will actually be easier. The funny thing about crafty crates is they usually are a more difficult version of crafting, but when you're doing all the same block, they're actually very easy. They're passive. They don't use power. So I was hoping we could use them, but this will work, I think. What we need to do is figure out a way of drawing specific items out here, something with the filter. And fortunately, I think that we do have something like that with create. If we can make shoot, not a shot, a shoot. We don't have the stuff we need. Okay, we need. Can we make? What are we missing? Metal plates, and we'll make some plates. Blah blah blah. Tell me that's not satisfying. I'll call you a liar. Thank you. A couple of these. Fill it. We now have 1 double compressed. Oh! Hi. Oh my gosh. Hello, friendly guy. You found some pollen somewhere. You got a little fuzzy butt.
Oh, better.
Oh. You're adorable. I'm pretty sure if we just put this in here, it's just going to all fall out, right? Yeah. What if I do this with that? Okay, that powers it. Blah, blah. Okay, so we have 1 double compacted. So now if we take this filter, which we confirm has double compacted, and place it here, and then turn it on. Hey! Perfect. And the others, this and that, don't go anywhere. Perfect. Okay. So, in theory, if we place one of these on top, I hope it puts inventory in the bottom. Oh, are you serious? It's only going to put it in through the top? Ah. Why did I not test this with the one I already had before I spent all those resources? Let's make sure that this actually imports into it at all before I do any other building. It absolutely does. Okay, so we've made these generators now, so we can grab all of these. Stone Paxel, awesome. Random sorting modifier. And some more iron ore. Some really strange... Do you know what, though? Ooh. We needed that iron back after... That's actually great, because we spent all we had. Oh, that's awesome. We are so low on resources right now, I am not going to lie. It has been a grind, particularly for redstone. Powder doesn't give us, like, maybe 1 redstone every 20 that you wash. Even when I set up all those hammers in a chain and put them in front of the chest and had them fall down into the washer, it was still just giving us maybe 2 or 3 or 4 at a time. Oh, we need this machine up and running so we can have stuff to make things. I would say I'm going on to plan C here, but that would imply I only have 26 plans. Okay, stick this on top. And we tell it to go out. Turn that on. And then we put the cobble back in here. And then we put this on. We turn that on. Okay. So that can be... Okay, so we're not using a smart chute anymore, we're using brass funnels. And now we do that. Every so often, that will make a double compacted and pop it on top. I know I've been hitting you over the head with this all episode, but I'm running out of resources, and I just have to demonstrate how bad it really is, okay? So, for anything that requires logic in Create, contempt observers, we need the electron tubes. Brass funnels, electron tubes, funnels, tunnels, train signals, anything here, the smart chutes, gear shifts, basically all the good stuff that we need. Deployers requires these frickin' electron tubes. And what do they require? Well, it's rose quartz, which is 9 pieces of redstone and a piece of quartz. 9. If I need 10 of these, just for 10 pieces of machinery, that's 90 redstone. And the same thing I need to make redstone is what's used to make the nether quartz. In conclusion, I need a machine. I need redstone, and I need quartz. So, okay, quartz. I took the 8 quartz I had and combined it with this amethyst crystal and blaze powder and redstone. Some of that very precious redstone I had to make this powder. And I use it to make this budding nether quartz. I didn't know how long it would take to grow or anything, but I made it. Like, it'll make it renewable. And here we go. We have it. Fantastic. But... oh! I thought you need silk touch! Oh my goodness! This is already worth it. This is already worth it. I was about to go on this long rant of how I used 8 precious quartz to make this thing instead of building it and all that redstone to make that powdery thing to make the crystal, but we just got 24 nether quartz. Okay, I guess if you have to pick them between stages, that's when you would need silk touch. But I was able to scrape together pieces. I took parts out of my machine here to finish this. But I figure once this rolls for a little bit, it'll make the resources we need to replace the parts I borrowed. So what is going on with this mess? Okay. Tier 4 cobble gen. Puts inventory above it, because that's how gravity works. Compacts. Double compacted. Then that goes in here, gets ground up, and this compacts it again. And then that gravel gets in here, gets double compacted, comes down as dirt, gets in here, gets double compacted as sand, sand spews out, turns into dust, comes in here, and boy, do we got the dust. Oh, isn't that nice? That is beautiful to see. You love to see it. And I can't quite see how much is in there. I think that's 149k or something crazy. Is that right? I don't know. 15k? It's a lot. It is a lot. Be redstone poor again. Never again. Oh yeah. So with the budding crystal and this, oh, I can make all the electron tubes I need, which was my choke point. Make more of these logic systems. I know this thing looks weird. We'll make a nicer looking one later. Next time, we'll have probably a series of these, a little bit more elegant looking, and it'll be one for each stage of the process, not just dust, but also for gravel and sand. Maybe even dirt. We'll see what we got here. Now, remember how much we put in there. We put in a full double chest full, and we got less than half of resources back. But that is a respectable amount of redstone. and that skystone is what we're going to need, and also Certus quartz is good. So we got stuff that allows us to build upon our immersive engineering. I've actually done a few loads like that. So now our redstone should be looking pretty healthy. 166. Respectable. So guys, that will do for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button. Check out Sassy Rogue on her side of the channel. And I'll see you on the next episode of Stoneblock 3. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.